is Chris. So, good body position, keeping the head low, not lifting when you turn to breathe. The kick is doing a lot of like from the knee kick right now, so keep working on the kick as a standalone drill. Good long reach, but I didn't already say that. However, you're keeping your arm out of the water the whole time, and then your hand goes in. So you want your hand to enter the water a little sooner, and then extend under the water. What happens when you keep your hand out like that, you wind up having to carry the weight of your arm essentially, and it'll force your hips and legs to drop somewhat, which is what's happening here. A good rotation, maybe slightly over-rotated as you turn to breathe on that right side, but I'd much rather have you over-rotate and get a good breath than feel out of breath, so that's okay. And then doing a better job of getting the hand into the water earlier here. So very good. All right. So yeah, getting the hand in a little earlier is better for you. Here you can see the kick a little better. So you have a lot of lower leg kick going on, which means you're moving around and burning energy, but it's not super efficient. You want that kick to originate more from the hip and snap down through the foot like you're kicking a soccer ball off the top of your foot. Yeah, I imagine with the kickboard you probably aren't moving very quickly through the water at the moment. So think about the hip flexor engaging, rolls through the quads, snaps off the top of the foot. Some fin work can help as well. Arms, which is really what we should be watching here. Mostly a straight arm with a wide right pull, probably a little too wide. You want that arm, imagine that there's a column centered on each shoulder. The column is about 12 inches wide, and your hand should start within that column and finish within that column as you pull through the water. There's also a cone in front of your head that the hand doesn't enter. Left arm, also pretty much a straight arm style with a little bit of pull under the body, but more in the line of where I'm talking about with the column. So, with both of those, you want to do a lot of the drills. Alright, here you get a better view of the line you're pulling back. Pretty good. Just a bit wide with the right, so it's not quite as exaggerated there. It's a little wide at the beginning of the right. The left line was good. Now I'm looking at the right arm. Entry, it might have been a little farther out than you needed to with your hand entry, but a very good extension and a good rotation. You can see that you don't have much space between your shoulder and your ear at that point. So that's good for streamline, etc. Then you start the pull, and if you look at your forearm, upper arm, hand, they're mostly one line. You can also see your hand has rotated outward slightly. This is the arm that kind of pulls out at the beginning. You want it to pull more straight back. And then viewed from the side, in the previous frame, the arm was still one line. And then as you finish, your elbow kind of comes in. What you want to see is that hand and forearm vertical in the first third of the stroke. If you watched any of the other videos, you know, I keep saying the same thing, but it's true. Doing the one-arm drill, the fist with paddle drill, some dog-eat paddle drill, and then just concentrated thinking about what you're doing with your stroke when you're swimming, rolling your shoulder inward to pivot the elbow outward, and then drive the hand and forearm down or vertical. Sorry about that. Similar on this this side, straight arm viewed from the side, upper arm, forearm, hand, all one line. So that's a straight arm style of swimming, which is the second best way of swimming. And then on this left arm, you get a pull under your torso where you probably give up a little leverage when you do that. So I would recommend just continuing to pull straight back. Another thing you might consider is the timing of the beginning of the stroke. When your face is turned, there's going to be a propensity to really pull under your body like that. I added 2 more photos in so I could just finish that thought. So here you are, turned to breathe with the left arm, has already begun the pull. You can see that the arm is going down, right? And so this is kind of a straight arm beginning to the pull. What I was trying to say was if you can delay the initiation of this left arm pull until your face is turning back in the water, you won't have this effect right here where your arm pulls sort of under and across your torso. It takes a lot of practice, but catch-up drill is the way to practice that, where your hands almost touch or your hand delays beginning to pull until the other hand enters. It's very helpful.